Hey, hello everyone. In today's video of understanding spirituality, we will take a look at understanding more about duality and non-duality. However, duality and non-duality and what is it? If this question has not arisen in your mind yet, that means you're not progressed in the advanced understanding of the spirituality. Because on the advanced levels of the spirituality, when our intellect actually questions that everything is looking so much dual, then why all the scriptures are saying about non-duality? How does non-duality exist in the duality, or the why the duality has come out of the non-duality? Then all these questions will start coming to you when you will start reading and uh, analyzing and contemplating on the scriptures on the advanced level. However, for those who are already there and this question has arisen, let's see what we can understand about the duality and non-duality. So, as the word says, duality, which means Dvaitam. Dvaitam means two. Easily, very easily, you can see two. I am here and you are here. You are there and the surrounding is there. You are there and the world is there. So, definitely, there is two or more. And in that two or more, the spiritual journey starts. You as an individual want to get something good, something pleasurable, something peaceful, something that is right, something that is you want to have as a part of your life. And then the journey starts, because there is something in your life which has been troubling to you. There is something in your life that has been not working fine for you, and then somebody must have asked you, or you must have read somewhere, heard somewhere that let's start the spiritual journey, let's start on this path of understanding yourself. Yeah, that will give you the peace of mind, that will give you some more benefits of being in a present moment, having the positive attitude, being more compassionate, being more calm, being more focused. All this XYZ, all this amazing selling points that I can say that you might have trapped into and come on this path. Though it sounds like a selling thing, it is actually a destiny that actually gets you here. You have to be that, you must be having that seeking from within. That's why you are walking on this path. So how the journey starts? Yes, it is me, and there is something that is going to help me to get my life better. It could be a technique, it could be a master, or it could be the knowledge, something else that is outside me, which is helping me. And then you implement that technique, whether it's a yoga, whether it's a breathing practice, whether it's chanting the mantras, um, whether any path of the four ways, karma yoga or jnana yoga, raj yoga, bhakti yoga. Any of this you will implement in your life. Either you will be devoted to someone, and then according to your devotion, whatever the person, master, god, scriptures is saying, you will start following that path. You will do some service in karma yoga, but that service will be selfless service. You will not do it for yourself, you will do it for someone else. You will do it for community, you will do it for your master, you will do it for bringing that peace in within. So that's like, means there is two, and you are doing the actions for those two. There is two, and the devotion is happening in two. Raja Yoga is like, of course, you get all this understanding, knowledge, and techniques, and you implement on yourself, and you blossom your life. And then Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga is a contemplation, that you will understand the knowledge and you will contemplate on the knowledge, that if the scriptures are saying, I am not what I am seeing myself, this world is not what the world is looks like, then what is stopping me to see that? So this is all the journey of the duality. This is all the journey of the Dvaitam, that always have two in it, me and the other. Now, on the other side, the non-duality, which is Advaitam. See, understand the word. This is word is very important. Non-duality, Advaitam, not two. They have not said one. It did not say Ekam, path of Ekam, or path of oneness. We not said, scriptures has not mentioned it like that. It has mentioned non-duality, like not two. So whatever you can see as two, as a separate from you, and you are here and the world is there, or you are here and something else is there, that is making this division of two, it is not two, it is just Advaitam, not two, non-dual. So that is the name has come from. Because if you say Ekam, one, then it will have the reference of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But there is no 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because there is no one also. So that's why the name is non-dual, not two, Advaitam. So what is this Advaitam? Now, this is something that has started long back in our scriptures. If you see, if you refer to the Ashtavakra Gita, then also in that Janaka and Sage Ashtavakra, there's a dialogue happening between them. He also gives the amazing understanding about this non-duality. Everything is consciousness. Whatever you can see as a body and mind, that doesn't exist. The world doesn't exist. You are free. You are actually what you are. You do not need to seek anything because you already have something. All you need to know is just understand that what is covering all those things, and then slowly get rid of all those things. You are pure consciousness, you are pure being, you are pure awareness, and just understanding that, knowing that is a part of you which is existing now also, it was existing before also, it will be existing later on also, and that was something which was always there. Whether you understand it, whether you know it, whether you don't know it, then also it was always there. Now you go to the scriptures like Yoga Vasishta, in that also it is purely said like Yoga Vasishta, Sage Vasishta again and again to Rama, that everything has come out of just one, and everything is a part of that one. Everything is a projection and manifestation of that one. That one has become many. That one, that non-dual entity has become many. And then everything has manifested into this. Now we technically understand all those things, we intellectually understand all those things, but then what is stopping us to experience this? What is that is not giving us the idea about why we can't experience this? Now again, giving more reference about that, many of the saints that has happened in India in 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th century, right from Sant Kabir or Sant Jnaneshwar or Sant Tukaram, Sant Eknath, Sant, until Ramdas Swami recently in 16th century. All these people has given this understanding of non-duality in a very amazingly different, poetic, simple language that is very difficult to understand. But because most of them were not educated, most of them didn't go to school, but they just realized this and they put it into the simple words, they put it into the simple verses, they put it into the simple poetry. However, because we don't have the experience of that, when we read that, it becomes so difficult to understand and make sense of all those things. And then in recent last 50, 60 years of our period, if you see 1960, 19 yes 1960, 60, 65 onwards, then there has been the three amazing saints which lived in India, which has given the in-depth understanding about this non-duality. It is called the Advaita Vedanta philosophy. It is the Advaita Vedanta knowledge. So it is not for everybody. Like I said in the beginning, if you haven't had this question, you will not understand what discussion is happening here. It is not for everybody, because for the mind which is not devoted to itself and is keen of seeking itself, wants to know itself, wants to know the pure understanding about what is exactly we are calling and naming it as I. That I is the universal word. Every language, every person, every human being on this planet refers to themselves as I, irrespective of background, irrespective of cultural differences, irrespective of country, language. We always refer ourselves as I. Now, what is this I? Till the time you will not have that question arise in your mind, till the time you not have that thirst or that seeking arise in your mind, this will all not make any sense. So for those who has not this question has arrived but still want to have some peace in their life, the path of Dvaitam has come up. Okay, you have this idol in front of you, you have this something in front of you, whether it's a knowledge, whether it's a guru, whether it's a um, statue, whether it's anything, and then you devote it to that, you surrender to that, you follow whatever is coming from that source, you make your life better with the understanding of that. But if you look at any of those sources from where all this thing is coming up, all those sources, whether it's a guru or a god or a scripture or a sage or a master, they all you will see established into the non-duality. They all saying everything from this particular space of non-duality. The real knowledge in this world has always come out and shared through that space of non-duality, that oneness, that absoluteness inside us. And again, I'm not being keeping this limited only to the Indian scriptures or Indian sages and all that. You go to any other path of the world also, any other religion also, and you study that. In that also, any master, anyone who has been following this particular knowledge and concepts and sharing the understanding, you will say in the modern age also, or in 100 200 years history also, you will see that particular person, that particular master, that particular saint has established into this serenity of something that is unchanging inside them, something that is not bound by time, something that is not alive and dead and related to your physical existence, something that is there existing. And then once you understand that, once you start establishing into that, then this understanding starts making more clear and more blossoming. So in the recent history, I was saying 50 years of Indian scripture, Indian history, there were 350 60 no 70 50 60 70 years of Indian history. There were three main sages who actually did a lot of amazing work on making this understanding clearer and clearer. One was Ramana Maharshi, then Atmananda, and Nisargadatta Maharaj. Ramana Maharshi, the path was very simple. Just sit with what is and just understand in silence. It will take some time, it will take its own time. All you have to do is just sit and let go. Whatever you can see is not a part of you. You have to let go of that. And you have to just keep reaching to that deep state of yourself. And that's why Ramana Maharshi also didn't preach anything for many, many, many years in his life. He was in silence. And in the presence, that his presence, in his presence, in his that silent state, whosoever has been there, they experience glimpses of that state, just being there with him. Then Atmananda, uh, that sage who has wonderfully Atmanivritti is the name of the book. In that, he has actually scientifically given all the way of different verses, in which simple verses and simple understanding that how this non-duality has come into the existence of the duality. You know, if you're talking about seeing, then what is behind the seeing? That is observing exactly through the eyes, and this process of seeing is happening, process of tasting is happening, process of this projection means what is in what is in the background as completely plain screen, where the projection has happened and how the projection has happened and how everything has come into the thing. So here, like, I'm talking to you and you are listening, but who is inside, who is actually aggravating this particular process of talking in me, and the same entity inside which is actually aggravating the process of listening in you, it's same. And how that is being manifested there as you and here as me, and how the duality has been seen. So it's wonderfully explained into his book. And then the another one, my favorite, is Nisargadatta Maharaj. It's quite a few, almost 12 books I have read again and again, was given the in-depth understanding about the absolute coming into the level of the consciousness, and consciousness multiplying, manufacturing, and projecting itself as a body, mind, and all this world coming into the existence. So, if you take out the crust of all those things, this is what is the whole crust, whole basics of non-duality. That there is something which is inside you already there, and there is something which is having a cover on that, and that cover is so powerful, so strong, that it takes a time and effort to break it and to reach to the state of non-duality. Now, what is that cover? So that is the main thing that we will need to understand and see. That we will see in our next episode. How to follow the path in understanding the non-duality. Till then, keep thinking about duality and non-duality. Take care. Bye.